a lot of people are finally getting seriously extreme. I know when I say things like this, you guys probably want to understand what I'm talking about, not as a literal thing, but as a metaphor for everything. And look, I'm not the perfect master, I'm just the best one that you have right now. So let's take this opportunity to learn as best as we can. You guys, I just want to show you something real quick. We're by the creek, which connects to the river. I know, the River Creek. And I've been thinking about a lot of things lately. Here's one of the things that I've been thinking about. Why isn't there more air? Why isn't there more air? Seriously, have you ever thought about this? So think about the total volume of air in the world, right? It's a lot. I mean, here we are breathing all the time. We're breathing so often. Yet when you think about it, it's like, really? This is all the air? I mean, go ahead. Where you're watching this, I was going to say at home, but wherever you're watching this, take a deep breath. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. But is it enough? Like, mm, yes. And that's what you need to start realizing is that when you have these doubts, like I just had, I just demonstrated to you in real time that everything is enough. Everything is enough. So there goes my first question. Let's move on to the next question. That one was too easy. Of course, there's enough air, you idiot. Now that we're on minute two, or three technically, I would like to start talking about the Earth. I mean, let's get a look at this shit. Jesus Christ. First of all, it literally looks like shit. So, and that's what I love about the Earth. It's very healing. It's very solid, but not. And it supports us beneath our feet. And something about that, you guys, just confounds me. It fills my head with twisted dreams and visions. I mean, think about it. If there was no dirt, and we can actually extrapolate this preponderance to the air as well, there is no dirt, no air. What would there be? The creations of man. Okay. A lot of Xboxes, Nintendos, GMO plants, and so on. Big pharma. Let's not go there today. But what else would there be? Love. Love without dirt. Love without earth. It's possible. And this is why we need people like Elon Musk. Because love without earth and air is like love that's felt everywhere. I mean, would you look at this fucking guy? I don't mind. Really, guys, I don't mind. He can have it. Little guy's sucking on me, and it's fine. I don't care. And the reason is because I belong to nature. And when you belong to nature, you just let shit like this happen. You know what I mean? Eat away, little friend. All the diseases that have just been transferred into my body are going to make me stronger because of something I read online. And once that happens, I feel like things are going to make so much more sense. So that's the second thing I've been thinking about. Let's now move on to the third thing. Plant. You may notice a theme here in my reflections. Nature. Nature, plant, gives the air, supported by the dirt. You see where I'm going with this? Let's turn around. You guys, now we have a whole fresh new perspective on things when we're facing this way. There's that little fucking guy sucking on me again. They just can't get enough. When I think about the plant and all of the insect, It all adds up to nothing. And the reason I say this is that you have so many plants in a world like this, giving off so many vital toxins, poisoning us when we don't realize it because we're not paying enough attention, that it all adds up to nothing, death. Which is ironic, because plants are supposed to be the good guys, because woke. Do you believe that? No, there's a new zeitgeist. There's a new way of looking at things. Beautiful deep divers. Let's breathe in. Whew, we don't need this anymore. No more air, no more earth, and no more plants because we have Apple Nintendo. Once VR becomes the new way of having sex, we're not even going to need people anymore. That's right, it's a metaphor. I'm actually satirizing culture. And I get this genius from nature. That's right, I was actually being ironic. I love nature and plant. The point I was trying to make is that you shouldn't listen to woke culture. That's right, I was just being ironic. My point I was trying to make is you should listen to woke culture. That's right, I was being. Listen, let's just stop this game and start making sense finally for the first time in our life. Aren't you tired of all the games that we play? Just look at this beautiful nature. I love nature. It makes everything make sense. People who've been watching my videos for a sufficiently long enough time, they notice that in a lot of my videos, and let's just keep this between you and me, it's kind of a lot of gobbledygook. But, and this is a huge fucking but, right fucking now, while I'm making this video, while I'm saying these words, this is the very first time that I've made perfect sense in my entire life. And that's amazing, you guys. It's amazing. I can't think of a single time that I've ever made perfect sense. So can we just bask in this beautiful glory real quick? I mean, guys, everything is everywhere here. I have every tool imaginable. Watch this. Do you realize what's going on right now? Let me adjust the angle. I mean, guys, nature! Nature! Power! Woke! I'm finally woke plus. I've reached the end of woke. Woke plus is true woke. Sorry if that's not politically correct enough for you. Yes, things make a lot of sense out here in Nature Plus. You can actually start your subscription today. Listen to me ramble on and on. It's just a beautiful day, guys. All these little fucking things sucking on me. It really makes me happy to be happy and good to be good. Come here, let me tell you a little secret about life. And maybe if you have been following me for a while, I may sound especially like a broken record right now. But it's good to be good, and it's bad to be bad. Because, and this is the most important part, so listen up. Because if you're bad, then you get punished. Slow motion this side. It's bad to be bad because then you get punished. So we don't want to be bad. We want to be good. And if you're good, you get presents. That's awesome. I love presents like Nintendo. So, word to the wise, I know y'all are listening. Be good because it's good, not because it's bad. And don't be bad because it's bad. No, it's not good. It's not good. And I feel like this is actually a common misconception. There are a lot of people out here that think it's good to be bad, but they're wrong. They're wrong, and they don't even realize they're gonna get punished. So it's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, hello? It's bad to be bad. So make sure to be good. I guess if I had to die right fucking now, if I fucking lost my life right now, that is the message that I would want to leave with humanity. It's good to be good, and it's bad to be bad. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now, now that we're 10 out of 25 minutes into the video, sorry, that's actually closer to 11, let's spend the remaining 14 minutes contemplating the nature of nature. Now, I know what you're thinking. We just contemplated the nature of nature. Actually, that's incorrect, and you need to pay more attention. Because we didn't just contemplate the nature of nature. We just contemplated nature proper, and now we're going to reify nature onto the reflection of itself. I know those of you who may be new to this style of thinking may think that this is a little bit cerebral, but if you stick with me, I'm going to teach you a set of 3 tools that you can use to make sure that everything makes sense in every situation. Tool number 1 is to assess your surroundings. So let me give you a POV. I'm looking around and I'm making sure that there's nothing out here that can harm me. You have to do this in every situation. Make sure everything is safe. Like, what is this? I hope that doesn't kill me. I could drown down there. So you have to make sure that everything is safe in every situation. You may notice, though, if you actually do have this skill fully matured and developed like I do, that this is actually one of the least safe circumstances that I could be in, being in nature. But that's okay, because I am a level 196 Shadow Warrior. So let's move on to tool number 2. Tool number 2 is be inquisitive. Be inquisitive of every possible aspect of reality. You know, I look at this leaf and I think to myself, could this kill me? I don't know, but I will if I think about it for at least 30 minutes. I'm not going to do that because that would make for a bit of a long video. 30-minute video, that's kind of long. I wouldn't put out anything anywhere near that length. But it's a good thing to do on your own time, because asking if things can kill you or other questions, that's just a random one, this is the way to find out the true nature of reality. So assess your surroundings, be inquisitive, and 3, make sure you're having fun. Because if you're not having fun, you're going to die. You are going to die. And I'm not trying to freak you out, guys. Like, calm down. You're not going to die because I know you're having fun. We have to have fun. But we have to have fun, so please, be careful. And the really cool thing about these 3 tools is they actually synergize with one another. So if you're assessing your surroundings, then naturally you're going to be inquisitive and have fun. If you're having fun, then naturally you're assessing your surroundings and you're asking, will this kill me, stuff like that. And if you're being inquisitive and asking questions, you know what I'm talking about. So this is great. This is awesome. These tools are going to help you make sure you have control over every scenario. And when you have control over every single scenario in reality that reality has to offer, which includes nature, but is also including of other things, which we're going to get to, then you are set. You are set to finally be the master of your domain. I'm contemplating whether I should tell you guys the secret or not. Okay. You know what, guys? I usually save this information for people who have reached level 20 in my online course. But I'm going to give this to you for free. I'm going to give you this information for free. And before I tell you this, I just want to let you know, most people don't realize this. Most people have no idea. Let me get a little comfy. Guys, You are the main character. You are the main character in this story. No, not your mommy, not your daddy, or your little brother. You. And as the main character, you gotta take control. Now, I know that sounds similar to what I was just saying, but that's the important point. You are the main character. When you talk to people in public, they've been waiting for you. And people are thinking about you even when they're not talking to you. Now, here's the difficult part about reality. People are going to try and make it seem like they don't think about you, right? But in fact, what actually is going on, let me get up when I tell you this. What actually is going on is that people are constantly thinking about you. And you have to watch out for this because the longer that people spend thinking about you, this goes for everyone, not just main characters. The longer that people spend thinking about you, the more control they start to have over you. So it's kind of like a tug of war, where you have to make sure that you spend a sufficient amount of time thinking about others before they can get an edge on you, because so and this you're clever. My viewers are clever, and being a main character, of course, you realize that because you're a main character, this actually puts you at a disadvantage in a way. It's part of the curse of the blessing, which is that because you're the main character, people are constantly thinking about you, which means that they are, please don't be alarmed by this, but constantly getting an edge on you. And when I first found this out, guys, I was terrified. I was terrified. I didn't know what to think because I was like, oh my God, everybody's constantly thinking about me. And if they're constantly thinking about me, then that means they constantly have an advantage over me. But then that's when that spark of genius went off in my brain. And I finally realized, you guys, that's why I have to make sure I spend more time thinking about them than they think about me. And if they're thinking about me all the time, I've got to spend a lot of time thinking about others thinking about me. And that's an important point right there. I don't know if you caught that. But it's not just that you think about others constantly, but you have to constantly thinking about them, thinking about you. Oh, you understand what I mean right now, and this is actually very interesting and clever because you realize the implications of this. Because of the fact that you're not just thinking about them, here they are, like, ooh, I'm an NPC, but you're actually thinking about them, thinking about you. You actually get to reify yourself and gain the buff of having the double self shield that you can actually use in combat against them to defend yourself because you can say, oh, well, here's your me, stuff like that. Don't get too caught up in it. Just make sure you're thinking about it all the time. And that will actually help you in the battle. And this is just one among many different aspects of being the main character. Oh my God. It's grandiose. It's grandiose, but not in the delusional way. This is actually one of the few senses in which being grandiose is actually real and objective and realistic and honest. So you have to watch out. You'll notice that there's a common thing among being a main character, which means that you have to keep your guard up. And again, you're going to hear me say this a lot. I don't want to scare you. It's very terrifying. Look up Joseph Campbell, Carl Jung, The Hero's Journey. This is realizing something like this is part of the hero's journey. Now, when you realize that you're the main character, what ends up happening is you go through the terror, oh God, why me? We've all been there or are going to be there if you're watching this. And it can be a lot to take in, but just make sure that you remember everything is going to be alright so long as you follow the rules and take control. And so don't worry. You have to carve out a little bit of time, like a few seconds every day to relax, But that's all you get. Because that's the burden you carry as the main character. Now, I know that what I've been describing so far can sound kind of dreary. Like, what? I'm sorry, did you just say that I have to worry about others all the time? That sounds like a bit much. It can be, but there's some caveats to this. Beautiful deep divers, there are some caveats. When you are the main character, you are globally important. Let me say that again in the sunshine. You are globally important. Most people can't say this. Sure, they get their simple lives of relaxation, not having to worry about anything, not mattering to anybody. But as the main character, you are globally important. So you never have to worry about not mattering to anybody because of the fact that everybody's constantly worrying about you, constantly trying to get an edge on you, and also constantly trying to heal you. Aw, guys, did you not realize that? I just flipped the script on you, didn't I? So this is the other side of being really important, is that everybody's trying to help you. You have a lot of allies. Even your enemies are trying to help you. They just don't realize it and they're just doing it the wrong way. So you can actually help them help you by making them realize that they actually care about you and it's just a misunderstanding. And this is such a beautiful thing. This is such a wonder. Look at this nature. Look at Mother Nature. All the greenery just for me and you in your own way, but stay out of mine. And it's so beautiful this way, you guys. It's so beautiful. Just take it all in. When you get the chance, really, I mean, take it all in. It's a great thing. It's fantastic. I mean, do you ever ask yourself questions? Remember the three tools. Do you ever ask yourself questions like, what the hell? Who put this blue thing here? Is that gonna kill me? You know, what's the conspiracy here? And it's not that there is a conspiracy because people are trying to help me, but I am paranoid, which means I'm afraid of people that are conspiring to help me. It's a positive fear. And you have to learn to develop that, you guys. Let's take a second to really take in the air. Just relax for 1 second. Okay, that's enough. You don't want to let your guard down because people are out there. Even as I speak now, I can fall under the false pretense that I'm out here alone when really, first of all, you may not see it. There are little birds, butterflies, even people beyond the trees, exactly where I can't see them, secretly looking at me and using their listening devices. It's making me nervous. You can hear it in the way that I speak. But I take my 1 second of calm that I had earlier. I'm not going to do it again because that's enough for the day. And I just remember that and I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing being a main character. And I just want you to remember that, guys. So let's end the video right here. Let's actually end the video. Because I think that I've dispelled enough information, I've given you enough to think about, enough to chew on, that you are going to be sufficiently cautious enough, that you are going to think about things deep enough, that you're going to appreciate your own ultimate importance, that you're going to look at the world around you, you're going to make sure that you're okay, you're going to make sure you're in control. I've made sure that you're going to be in control by asking yourself if you're going to be in control and giving you an example by watching me ask myself if I'm in control and make sure that I recognize that there are dangers. I've made sure that I'm looking, that I'm assessing the environment. And most importantly, but also equally important to the other things, I am making sure that I'm having fun, which means making sure that I'm in control. So let's take that and recognize that, okay, this is a good point at which to end the video. So we're going to end the video right here, you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you've learned a lot about being an important person. I hope you have hope for a beautiful tomorrow and that tomorrow is the only day that won't cause you torture and pain, but then you need the pain actually in the next day so you become hardened and you don't become too soft so you don't let your guard down. I hope that you take time to just relax, but only for 1 second, maybe once a month, and then just take it all in. Take it all in. The beauty of nature. Take it all in. You know, start your own vlogs. Just get your message out there. You're the main character. Just don't, stay away from my space. I love you guys. So we're going to end the video here today. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope your families are well. They're in on it too, so just pay a lot of attention. Don't be afraid. And just don't be afraid. I love you. Don't be afraid. Goodbye. Just don't get scared. But watch out.